Hey guys, what's up? Now, before I get started, I need to tell you that the following content represents my personal experiences and opinions as a USPS employee. Now, these views do not reflect the stance or opinions of the United States Postal Service or any of its affiliates. Okay? Viewer discretion is advised. Whew. Y'all, if you ever thought about working for the post office, you might want to sit down for this one. Because, baby, the things they don't tell you, oh, I got the tea, okay? And trust me, some of this might just save your sanity, okay? It might just save your sanity. Let's get off into it, okay? Now, first of all, why do they schedule you? Well, they want to schedule us for 7, sometimes 8, and we really don't start till 9 or 10, especially, with the fact that we got to pull everything down once we case everything, or we might have to wait because they still throwing packages or still putting the mail out. So we have to wait. So it really don't start until everything is done and we ready to start casing and rolling and pulling down. So I don't know why they do that, but hey, all I can say is make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's all. But look, and don't even think about showing up late. 1 minute past start time, baby, and boom, somebody already clocking your time like they the CEO of the USPS. Okay? That's crazy. Now look, meanwhile, the supervisors, though they coming in, they showing up whenever they feel like it, with their coffee in their hand, talking about, oh, how's the mail looking? Sir, ma'am, we been here. How's your morning looking? Okay? Hey, it is what it is. I've come in a couple of times past that time, hey, we all will do it. So it's okay. It's okay. But I want to say something about hydration, about being hydrated. It's most definitely it's important. But the key is knowing where to find a bathroom. Now, let me tell you something. If you don't drink enough water, you will be out there looking like a sun-dried raisin. And not only that, you're going to feel like it. It's very, very important that you keep yourself hydrated. And, like me, in the morning time, coffee. Coffee is my thing. And if I'm feeling a little bit hood bougie, I might get me one of those, energy drinks, you know? So the whole thing about that is making sure that you drink water. Even if I'm drinking coffee or even if I'm drinking those energy drinks, you bet your bottom dollar that I got some water that I'm drinking behind it. Okay? Because guess what? Um, we got to take care of ourselves. We have to. We have to take care of ourselves. And sometimes it gets to that point where you get a little stubborn and say, oh, I'll get something to drink later. No, I'll wait and put it off. No, 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 no. You got to understand something. It's not just us delivering mail. We got to make sure that those packages are delivered at the proper addresses, or those customers will start calling in on your ass or whoever they think it is, and they'll find out if it's you, okay, that you're delivering it to the wrong address. So you don't need no extra stress with you. If you need to drink some water, drink some water. We got to deal with getting those packages out, making sure all those packages that's in our truck is gone. And then not only that, we got to deal with this crazy weather. All right. And don't wear glasses like I do, okay? And it get to raining and you don't have any windshield wipers on your glasses. Your ass ain't gonna be able to see, okay? And then on top of that, you thirsty. Nah, mommy. Nah, poppy. We gonna stay hydrated, okay? Like our life depends on it, because trust me, it does, okay? Period. It does. So I want you to understand that that's important. Don't put nothing off like you suppose, like we normally do. Put things off. When it comes to this type of job, baby, you don't put nothing off. Everything that you feel like you need to do, you need to go ahead and get her done. Okay? Get her done. And that's the real thing. And then another thing too, if you see a McDonald's, that's a good place, because not only are you staying hydrated, but when it's time to release, at least you're going into a spot that's clean. Heck, it might smell like fries. If you feel like you want to grab you a snack out of there, by all means, do it. you know, but find you a clean spot. If you like me, bougie, you don't want to be going into no bathroom that look like a daggone crime scene. You don't want to do that, you know. So that's that on that. Now let's talk about another thing that kind of touchy go, but we finna touch on this for sure. Okay? And that is the dogs. I call them the unspoken enemy. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you, I had two boxers, so I'm not really scared of dogs, but I'm just one person out of many postal service workers. Okay, you got a lot of postal service workers that has been bitten before, and that's the only thing they see when they see a dog. Excuse me. They see that old dog that violated them and bit them. That's all they see. So I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care how nice the dog looks. No, because I heard somewhere that the dogs bark at us because they smell the glue on the letters and that make them go crazy. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But, we had a meeting and the manager was saying, if a dog comes and they mess with you, you don't say anything. The hell you mean don't say anything? They do give you the spray that has the horn on it to try and scare their ass, right? And you have your satchel, and the satchel is supposed to also block a bite. But in the midst of that moment, you ain't thinking about, shit, a dog coming at you, you scared of a dog, you're gonna be scared and you're gonna panic, right? However, you gotta understand something. You have your spray, you calm down. You have your spray, you get ready to spray their ass. Okay, they say have a satchel, but if you can pick up something I'm not going to tell you that, right? But I'm just saying, whatever it takes. Because the manager going to say, if they come at you, you just don't say anything. You stand there. Who the hell going to stand there and get bit? And I've seen that happen because that person is in the midst of panic. They're terrified. They don't know what to do. You scream. You kick. You hit. You do whatever it needs to do to get that doggone dog up off your ass, right? But then you got the dog's owner. You got the dog's owner. But I'm going to tell you something. You see that dog, hold on, before I get to the dog's owner. You see that dog, because some of these houses have fences, those gated fences, wire fences, right? You see a dog trying to jump that fence to come at you. Don't still try and go in the yard next door, especially if they in the house, if the dog is in the yard next to the house that you're going into, and that dog is trying to jump that fence to get to you. Do not try and go in that yard to deliver that mail. You write on that, you have your pen with you, and you write on that mail, dog outside. Dog outside. Okay? And now let me tell you about what these customers, I call them intimate or intimidated. I don't even want to say they intimidated. They just be trying to be smart mouth, smart Alex to me. If you're going to tell me, oh, don't worry, he don't bite. Don't worry, he don't bite. Ma'am, sir, he might not bite your ass. In the meantime, you don't see him trying to get at me. So what you do about that is this. You politely, with a smile on your face, because remember, you ain't got to be upset to tell somebody to leave you alone. All right? You politely say to that person that's called theyself being a smart aleck, you politely say to them, well, guess what, ma'am, sir? You come down to the station and you get your mail. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They ain't gonna want to come down to the station, drive 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go to the post office every day to get their mail when they can get it hand delivered by the postal worker that's trying to deliver your mail. But instead, you want to have your dog outside thinking that shit is funny, that your dog might end up biting one of us. That stuff ain't funny. It ain't funny. But how you fix that, real nice and politely, ma'am, sir, you just come down to the postal service and get your mail. Do that for a week. That'll teach them. It most definitely will. Okay? Because you got a lot of entitled neighbors or, neighbors, residents that want to feel like they entitled. No, 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 no. You're not. Okay? Most definitely. So, hey, that's what I want to tell you about that. All right? Now, leave that dog stuff alone because you already know how to handle that. Okay? One thing I can't say to those that are afraid of dogs, don't be afraid of dogs. But I can say to you is don't panic. Try to stay calm. Make sure you got your spray mace, horn, and make sure you got something to knock their ass off if it needs to be. Don't just stand there and let anybody or any animal just stand there and bite you. I don't care what they say at the office. Don't do that. Okay? Because you're the one that's going to have to live with that up here. All right? Okay, we're done with that. Now, let's go to some hacks, I think, that will save your life in the moments of despair. All right? Rubber bands. I know, rubber bands. What you mean? Keep them doggone things on you. Here's a few reasons why. Like with me, I take the whole box with me, right? Only because when you taking your mail, all right, and you're taking your flats, you're taking your DPS, and you're taking your flats, you want it to be rubber band because you make a wrong sudden move. The mail that was in order will not be in order. And then what's going to happen to you? You're going to get frustrated. You're going to curse. You're going to say some cursing words, some real strong ones. Okay? Not only are you going to do that, you're going to feel embarrassed. You're going to feel like an idiot because you didn't drop the mail. And don't let nobody be outside then saw you drop the mail and then watching you feel like an idiot. Then you got to pick it up. And when you pick it up, it's not going to be all in the right order. Then you got to sit there and take the time to get it in order. And it's don't be new to the route because you don't even damn remember where order it go in. So I got another hack for that. Here's what I do, or here's what I did. I took a picture of the case. You know, when you case your mail in, you take a picture of the case so you'll know exactly what goes where. That has saved me from being so stressful, y'all. It saved me from being so stressful. Baby, it works. Take a picture of that stuff on your phone. And if that happens, which it won't, why? Because you're going to have it rubber banded up when you get through in that order. You're going to have it rubber banded up so it won't fall. But in the midst of, if it does, right, you'll have a picture. If you have to take that time to sort that out, it's just one little split. So at least you ain't got others, just that one block that you have to sort. It ain't going to take you that long, but you'll know next time, have them rubber bands on that butt, okay? So that holds the mail together. Now, boom, here's another one. Let's say you're in one of them trucks and the door doesn't stay closed. Any of your doors doesn't stay closed. A rubber band will help keep that door together. Hey, it might be a temporary hack, okay, but at least it'll keep it together until you call the supervisor, and they bring you another truck, because they will. They'll bring you another truck. Safety first. Hey, safety first. That's the name of this game. Safety first. Okay? Now, here's another one. And this ain't no Janet Jackson moment. Okay? But in the case that you have a clothes malfunction, that rubber band will keep you together. It will keep you together. Yes. In that fashion emergency, baby. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but you get my point. Okay? If you got some safety pins, then use the damn safety pins. I don't care. I'm just saying, keep them rubber bands with you. Keep writing pens on you. You keep those yellow forms on you. Those yellow forms, just in case you have any certified letters and you don't want, and they're not at home, you can't just leave it. They have to sign off on it through your scanner. So you make sure that you have those yellow, orange, they ain't yellow, they're orange, those orange forms, okay, that will, you'll have, so you can just throw that in the, after you fill it out with your pen, you take your pen out, fill that mofo out, drop it in the mailbox, bam, boom, you're gone to the next house, right? All right, so let's talk about another thing. Socks. Have you 3-4 pair of them mofos in your bag. I take me a book bag with me. I sure do. I take a book bag with me and I have my stuff in it. Listen, dry socks can make or break your day, especially when it's raining outside, especially when it's snowing wet. Okay, or you thinking that it's just the ground, but it's really a puddle and you done stepped in it and your whole daggone foot is wet. That's some irritation. That feels like you are a part of the one of the contestants on the Survivor. Straight up. I've had that happen to me, and baby, the feeling is icky. It's like, ooh, ooh, you, and then you hit a smush and that ain't good. So have you some extra socks, not just two pair, three or four of them in there, right? Just do that. All right. Here's a look here now. Okay, I'm telling you the real of the deal. When you on your lunch, you off the clock. You got some you got some locations that's already got you out of lunch, clocked out. I mean, that got you already, but you taking the lunch, even if you might not want to. They just still took the lunch from you. All right, they don't give you the option to not no lunch, so you're gonna have that. But in that case that you do, that is your time. If you get a call from somebody at that office, don't answer it. You are not on the clock, right? So by you not being on the clock, and if you don't want your supervisor catching you on your break or calling you to ask you where you at, because they can call all they want. It's when you answer that phone, is when you didn't set yourself up. All right. So on your lunches, I would say if you could find you a if it's in your route, okay? If it's within your route, because if you start going without outside of your route, they most definitely, even if you're clocked out, even if they clock you out, they still can see where you are. So if just so happen you may have a um a, um a shopping center, you can most definitely go behind the shopping center and have your lunch. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. They ain't gonna mess with you. You'll be out of sight, out of mind. Handle your business, eat your lunch, listen to your food, sing your songs, holler at your girl, whatever you gonna do, pay a bill, whatever you got to do it within that time frame, and you can do it where you out of sight, out of mind. All right. So that's just on the lunch part, okay? What I want to say to you about this mental game, okay? The job will test your stamina and it will test your patience, okay? Sometimes the workload can be heavy and sometimes it can have some light days too. But you got to understand, this ain't just a mental game. This is a physical. I mean, it's not just a mental, it's a physical. And with that mental side, you're going to have to be strong and you're going to have to keep up with the pace. But you got to understand, keeping up with the pace, but at your pace. Look, them supervisors, they're going to try and tell you when they want you back. They're going to try and tell you need to be done at this certain time. When you first starting out, that's not going to happen that way because you're still learning the route, especially if you're new to that area. You're still learning. So you have to do it at your pace. And what I mean by that, it's way better to be accurate and deliver to the correct address than to be all over the place because you trying to rush to appease the supervisor, all right, and deliver to the wrong address, right? You got to be on point with that. So how you do that? You take your time. You make sure you're doing everything correct. You don't overload yourself. You don't stress yourself out about that. That's a no-no. Okay? You, the whole thing about this is working smart, not hard. They're going to try and make it where you working hard. No, forget that. Because they ain't out there delivering it. You are. So you got to make it where you're working smart and not hard. Okay? Yes, that's what I want to tell you. All right, so look. Wait a minute, let me get my Let me get my little stage here. My little hold on, let me get it. So look, don't even. I dropped it. But look, I ain't even tell you what it is just now. But don't even get me started on the uniforms that the post office have for us. Okay. They be trying to give us that cool swagger. All right. Look, sometimes, I got my pants, I got my shirt, and then sometimes I wear my little long sleeve, especially when it's cold and these days. And it depending on where you are, depending on the state that you're at, that you're in. You know, if you're in Arizona or somewhere California, somewhere in them warm states, and you ain't got to worry about, dressing to to keep cool, for the cold unless you're outside at night. But the post office be trying to put in my swagger, right? So they got a union hall, and because they do give you, I will say they will give you a card that you can get most of your uniforms from, but it's only a small amount of money, and the rest of the things that's on there, you're going to have to come out of pocket. Some of us come out of pocket, some of us don't. I haven't. I go to the Union station and I go over there and I pick me out some, they got the shorts for women, the shorts for men, pants for women, pants for men. They got the men and women's stuff, men and women's things, right? Uniforms. However, I know they say, you going and getting other stuff, other people's stuff. Yes, because guess what I do? I bring that shit right on home. And guess what I do? I add my vinegar, my baking soda, and my washing detergent all together in that washing machine and get that stuff spick and span clean. I don't know what it is about that baking soda and that white vinegar, baby. When you mix it with other powerful agents, okay, um, they come out like you just bought them brand new. Okay, so ain't no shame in my game with that. I put you up on some game about keeping the stuff clean like that. But baby, look here. They give me. I got me a little hat, right? Got me a little poster cap. And when I want to look like a lady boss that I am, okay, I put that bad baby on, and tilt it to the side, baby. Like, oh shit, now, you can't tell me nothing. I get to waving at you, pointing at you. Woo woo, what it do? What it do, baby? What it do? Like I'm a famous, familiar celebrity carrier, okay? you know, you just got to have fun with it. Have fun with it. Because look, I'm going to tell you something. Um, when it gets cold outside, all of that Fashion Nova, that goes out the window, baby. It's time to wrap up. And one of the things that the post office, they try and provide you with the gloves and everything, but baby, them gloves got some type of something on it that when it gets below a certain temperature outside, it's like you have put your hands inside the freezer for 10 minutes and just sitting there with your hands frozen. Feel like your hands, then you move them too much, they're going to crack. One of my coworkers said if you put the plastic over them, it'll keep your hand warm. I don't know. I'm not gonna doubt it. Anything is possible. But what I would say to do, if you don't want to spend $20, $27 going to Target, Walmart, getting them in expensive ass gloves, I say go to the thrift store, and get those nice warm gloves, um, that will help you keep your hands warm, That's a main thing, because when your hands are cold, it don't matter what's going on. It feels like your whole body is cold. When your hands are cold, you can't do nothing. You all you want to do is run back to that truck and people looking at you like, man, I feel sorry for her. She out there in this cold. But if you have on the right gloves, you should be okay, And that's one of the things that I think we really need to understand is it's about keeping yourself warm when you're supposed to, and it's about um, keeping yourself cool when you're supposed to. You know, that's the whole thing. So I want you guys to understand that and know that you are not just a mail carrier. You are a delivery warrior. Okay? You ain't just no regular schmo. No. You are the reason that people get their paychecks, get their Amazon packages. And yes, even jury duty. Oh, and baby, don't forget them checks. All of them. Paychecks, Social Security checks. Baby, we delivering them like, oh yeah. And honey, you know everybody business. When you delivering the mail, you get to know, oh man, they owe child support. Oh man, their wages getting garnished. Oh man, look at that. Somebody wrote them a love letter. Oh man, they got a disconnection notice. They ain't paid their bill. Yeah, I probably got one of them too. Hold on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got to think of yourself as a warrior, because we out here in all types of weather, baby. So we're the reason. We're the main reason. So feel proud about that. All right? Or maybe the last one, getting jury duty ain't fun, but still, you know what I'm talking about. I haven't gotten a mail, nothing in the mail for me for jury duty in years. Years. You know? Hey, it is what it is on that. You know. There is also a lot of the behind the scenes stress that goes unnoticed. That emotional energy you'll spend is real. However, at the end of the day, y'all, we are grown ass people, and you do not have to match someone else's energy of being upset. You don't. You don't have to match. What they have to do, they have to match yours, baby. They got to match your energy. Your energy. And what I mean is, you ain't got to be mad or upset to tell someone to stop disrespecting you or stop getting loud with you. You ain't got to be mad to do that, you know? Or even talking to you as if they don't realize how much your worth is worth the way you know your worth is worth. Let me tell y'all something. Don't you ever allow anyone to pay rent in your head for free. Say that with me. Don't ever allow anyone to pay rent in your head for free. No. Because look, before your day begins, okay, you should be in prayer, giving thanks and being grateful for what you have. Commanding, declaring, and decreeing your day. I need for y'all to speak positive life into your day. And then also believe in what you say. So when that moment comes, that one of those in charge at the station or one of your co-workers at the station feel like, okay, they want to get out of their body and go off into disrespectful, out of order mode, you are already covered. Okay? Because while you're smiling and telling him or her to stop talking to me that way, they'll stop. Because guess what? If somebody is telling you to stop doing something and they serious, but they got a smile on their face, in your mind, you thinking, is this motherfucker crazy? What they about to do? But guess what you gonna do? You gonna stop. You gonna stop. Because look, baby, let me tell y'all something. We are too damn grown. And I don't want to say damn. We are too doggone grown for this nonsense. Okay? We have raised our kids. All right? We have been through the trawl and the tribulations. We're not coming to work for somebody else to treat us like a child. No, 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 no. But sometimes we have to let it be known who we are. We got to let it be known who we are. And that's okay, because we can do that in that order. Okay? Now look, if you can hang in there, it will pay off. The United States Post Office has a strong foundation. And while this job may drain you, there's pride in what we do. Look, you make friends with the neighbors, with the residents. Okay, look, and then look, some of them make sure you have your water, you have your treats, you like your snacks, your potato chips, you like anything that's gonna keep you moving and grooving. They do that for you. And then, hold on, some of them even give you gift cards. Oh, wait a minute now. Don't let them be bougie, because some of them give you cash. All right? They giving you cash, baby. So it's most definitely, you can make a solid living at working at the post office, and you can work your way up. Now, after getting converted, after you come from that PTF and you get converted, and you become a regular, as in any position, you have to stay in that position for a year. All right. And then after that year, you can start applying for different roles, like the administration, marketing, sales, but that ain't got, what I'm saying is a different thing from if you wanted to bid. Okay, if you wanted to bid into a different route or a different station, that's different than what I just said. I'm going to tell you about that one too, because it's two ways. As soon as you get converted, you have 90 days to get into bid on a route that's going to be your route. After that 90 days, if you don't bid on a route, then they're going to assign you to any old damn route, which happened to me. And I didn't know that at the time. I know it now, right? So I'm sharing it. So don't even worry about me. I'm good now, right? And then you can bid on different routes at different stations. Whatever station you want to be at, you can bid on that. So that's different. But what I'm talking about is after you've been converted into a regular, right? And let's say you've bidden on a route, okay, that you're going to be at. So in that year, you stay in that position for that year. After that year, if you wanted to move up into administration, if you wanted to go into marketing or sales, that's what I was talking about. You'll be able to do that, right? You'll be able to do that. So, I just want you all to be prepared for this ride. You know, this information that I'm giving you, I'm not doing this to scare you away. I'm doing this to give you an invite on how the positive mentality plays a major part in having your plans and your goals and your vision. That's going to shine through because you're not going to allow anybody to upset your energy. You're going to protect your energy. Why? Because you already got what you're supposed to be doing in your focus. It's in your focus. You know you coming in here for a reason. You got folks that's been here 10 plus years, 8 plus years, Me, I'm a newbie, and by me being in my golden years, that is a question. Some folks will want to stay, and get it in. And you want to do that, you most definitely do it, but you do it with a mindset that's going to have you succeeding, prospering. That's what you want to do. So that's what I want this for you, to have a positive mentality, because that plays a major part in getting everything together for yourself. All right? All right. Did I miss anything? Because I need for y'all to drop your craziest United States Post Office stories. And if you're still thinking about joining this post office, do you think you can handle it? I mean, even with me saying that, I want to double back on your mentality. You come in with a positive mindset, baby. You're going to conquer and win every and anything you do. You heard? That's the real deal. Okay? Now, if you made it this far, please hit the like button, all right? And if you don't, guess what? I'm going to be at your mailbox tomorrow judging your ass. So, what do y'all think? Was this content helpful? Do you feel more confident to apply? Drop those thoughts in the comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe. All right? Because if you do that, then I'll be able to provide more scoops on surviving and thriving at the United States Post Office. All right, baby. Catch y'all in the next video. I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me. Hugs, dun, 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 and kisses. Mwah, mwah. Have a wonderful evening, day. See you.